Part of that real estate tip I was talking about earlier, actually the entire thing, has to do with buyers out there in the world not properly vetting the neighbors. And I don't mean you're going to go into some long discussion with them at some kind of an interrogation table as we used to do on the police department. But you are going to go door knock any neighbor that has any kind of influence or could have an influence over the property that you're considering buying. If it's condominium and townhome, you want to check those neighbors that are on all sides. If it happens to be a single family residence, you want to make sure you talk to the neighbors that have property lines that join with yours. The neighbors to the left and right, the ones to the rear, the ones to the front. This is what you're looking for. Drag your agent with you. Say, hey, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Agent, come with me so I can meet the neighbors, introduce me, tell them I'm going to be buying this house, and let's find out who they really are. And then you can find out if they're renters, if they're owners. You can then find out how they like the neighborhood. Maybe some things that you didn't know going in that you can make a better decision whether this house is really the one you want to buy. We'll start there, but that's good advice. Please share this with your friends and family that are considering buying real estate. I'm Connor with Honor at SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com. Everybody, January 8th, 2025. Connor McIver. This is your Acton real estate update. Very short. 28 active and pending properties in Acton, California. Not a lot of activity currently. You can go to SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com and click on the communities link and then Acton. You'll be able to see everything that's active and in process. In addition, one of the things I want to point out to you, if you happen to be a home buyer, you may want to make sure that even in Acton, you want to talk to the property owners that share boundaries with the property that you're going to be buying. Do this before inspections and appraisals, before you spend any money, just to check them out and see who they are. And your agent should have the diligence to take you there and do this with you, introducing you, finding out what's going on with the neighbors. It's Connor with Honor, Santa Clarita Open Houses. We'll talk to you soon. Hey everybody, 8th of January 2025, we're going to do a little bit of an Agua Dulce update. Let me just give you that inventory real quick. We have 23 listings currently on the market for sale. They're averaging just over 1.2 to 1.3 million. And again, you're going to get more land and more privacy in Agua Dulce. One of the things that I will tell you though, here's your tip for the day. Make sure you investigate your neighbors. I know properties are further apart out there than they would be in the Santa Clarita Valley, but it's important to have your agent take you to the neighbors that have property boundaries that are joined to yours. It's important that you get to find out who they are and just talk to them a little bit, see what they can give you information about the neighborhood and the community. That will help and go very far. I'm Connor with Honor at SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com. If you want to see that current Acton inventory and Agua Dulce inventory, you can go there and click on the Communities tab and see everything for sale. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Canyon Country, California. Today's the 8th of January, 2025. We're going to get into that just in a moment. 100 listings. We have prices spanning from the very high 100s all the way to $2 million for larger estates. If you want to see all that inventory, go to SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com and just go to the Communities tab and click on Canyon Country. Now, one of the things I want to throw out there for you buyers out there, make sure you check out your neighbors. The neighbors are going to include anybody that happens to share a property boundary with a house, condo, or townhome you're buying. Condos and townhomes, they're going to be walls and levels. For single-family residences, they're going to be property borders, the people that are behind you, next to you, in front of you, and it's really important you do this to find out who they are. You should do this before you spend any money. Before you pay for inspections and appraisals, you should have your agent take you around, introducing you, and find out who they are. Do they rent? Do they own? And what can they tell you about the neighborhood? It's incredibly important. Check out SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com. I'm Connor. We'll talk to you soon. Hey everybody, let's talk about Newhall today. We do have a quick real estate update. Right now, as of the 8th of January, 2025, we have about 50 plus listings on the market from somewhere in the mid 300s to well over $1 million. You can see all that inventory by going to SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com. Click on the Communities tab at the top and click on Newhall. You'll see everything currently for sale. One of the things I want to point out for you buyers out there, make sure prior to spending any money on inspections, you go check out those neighbors. You want to check out the neighbors that have any influence or share property boundaries with yours. If you're condominium and townhome, you want to check those above and below and to the sides. Anybody that shares walls. Single family residences, again, those behind, to the left or right, and those in front. You want to talk to them, find out kind of who they are, what they know about the neighborhood, what they're willing to share. You're going to find that you'll run into that person that has all the information, and that's where you want to get it from. I'm Connor with Honor. We will see you soon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody, it's Connor. We have your Saugus update now. It's going to be for the 8th of January 2025 in Saugus, California. Just over 100 properties that are actually active on the market for sale. You can find all of those by going to Santa Clarita openhouses.com, clicking on the Communities tab, and then scrolling down you'll find Saugus. You'll see everything for sale. Here's a buyer tip. Before you spend any money, right when you get into escrow, you want to go check out the neighbors. The neighbors you want to talk to, most importantly, are going to be those that have any kind of an impact on your property themselves. Anybody sharing a boundary, any kind of a property line, those behind you, those to the right and left, of course, and those across the street. And this is what you want to do. You want to find out who they are, kind of get an idea, have your agent take you, like I take my clients, door knock them and say, hey, listen, moving into this house over here, what can you tell me about the neighborhood? And I promise they will be able to give you a lot of information you didn't have prior, and maybe be able to make sure that this is going to be a good place for you to live. I'm Connor with Honor. We'll see you in the next one. Stevenson Ranch, California, January 8th, 2025. I'm Connor with Honor. Right now, only about 30 listings, just a little over that, happen to be listed for sale in Stevenson Ranch. Still very low inventory. You can see all of them by going to SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com, clicking on the Communities tab, scrolling down to Stevenson Ranch, and voila, you have it. Here's a buyer tip. As you're getting into the escrow process, right when your offer is accepted, you want to go check out your neighbors. You want to door knock them and find out who's who. You also want to talk to the neighbors that, of course, share property boundaries with you. If it's the single-family residences, those behind you, those to the sides, and those in front. Condominiums and townhomes, you're going to want to talk to those that are going to have influence over your property in some way, maybe sharing a wall or a ceiling or a floor, whatever it may be. But talk to them, find out who they are, do they rent, do they own, and then get an idea and have your agent do this with you so they can start that conversation, and you'll be able to make better decisions as to whether you really want to buy it or continue looking. I'm Connor with Honor. Check out Santa Clarita openhouses.com. We'll see you in the next one. Good day, everybody. Connor McIver. Let's talk about Valencia real estate today. Today's the 8th of January, 2025. I do have a great buyer tip, but right now we do have most of the inventory in Valencia, anywhere from the 400s all the way up to $2 million. Currently, we have about 120 total properties, both active and in process. Those are things that you can find at SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com. Here's your buyer tip. Now, if you're looking and finding a property, get your offer accepted, before you spend any money on appraisal and home inspection, find out who your neighbors are. Go door knock them with your agent. Your agent should have enough wherewithal to take you over there, bang on the door, and say, hey, listen, these folks are buying. This is so-and-so. I'd like you to meet, and your name, and do you rent or do you own? Can you tell us a little bit about the neighborhood? They're very excited, blah, blah, blah. And then have them inform those particular buyers, or get that from those particular property owners or tenants, and find out more about the neighborhood. It will save you gobs of time. It will also make you feel better, especially those neighbors that have some kind of influence over your property. Things happen in the future, at least you kind of have an idea what you might be getting into. I'm Connor with Honor. That's your real estate tip. Share it with those that are thinking about buying, and of course, I hope it helps. Be well. We'll see you in the next one.